Hello everyone, it's Gaia again, and today we're playing some Monster Prom. This is a bit of a dating sim, so yeah, let's get started. One player, let's do a full game. Spooky high school, the sweetest years of our lives. Back then we were young and unafraid, sometimes reckless, sometimes brilliant, sometimes just stupid, but always willing to live life to the fullest. We were on a wild journey to discover who we really were. My name will be Kari, and I am she.
Sweet.
And we had yet to experience its ultimate challenge, the Monster Prom. I remember it clearly. 6 weeks were left, and as we fantasized about our dream prom dates, we were all scrambling to catch the attention of one of our 6 most charismatic classmates. Miranda Vanderbilt, 19, a sweet mermaid princess who was as cute as she was genocidal. Damien LaVey, 21, a fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love of fire. Scott Howe, 21, a werewolf athlete who had compensated for his rather small brain with a stupidly huge heart. Liam DeLioncourt, 4XX, a hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid that he was truly a lovable dork.
Yay!
Ollie Geist, 22, a party ghost with an insatiable hunger for all the wrong things. And Vera Oberlin, 23, a mean, self-made Gorgon with a merciless sense of business. It was clear. It had to be one of them. But who? We only had 6 weeks to choose our prom date, and even more daunting, we only had 6 weeks to woo them and conquer their hearts. But as I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. So we get this little quiz to get our stats and like a personality. Depending on your stats, you'll get like a bonus for whoever you want to date. I'll start. All minds are rotten, but they are rotten in so many different ways. Worry no more. We're now using our PhD in bullshit to diagnose which kind of deviant sicko you are. Monster Prompt's stupidest pop quiz ever. TM. We'll throw a bunch of absurd questions at you and turn your answers into character stats. This way, each of you will start by having stats that better reflect your true self. By the way, you can play this game with friends too, so it makes it a competitive dating sim and not just a dating sim. Let's start. You build a 100 feet statue commemorating an event so that in 1,000 years archaeologists can learn something about the people of our time. What does the statue represent? The glorious instant when your friend stopped you from texting embarrassing stuff to your ex while hella drunk. That mind-blowing twist in your favorite TV show that clearly changed the life of everyone forever, unlike all that boring stuff that they show on the news. Your least favorite political figure, being devoured by rabid rhinoceros, which are also covered in badass tattoos. Yeah, that mind-blowing twist in your favorite TV show would be me. Creative. School is outdated and lame. We need a new subject ASAP. Turning people into your puppets through emotional warfare and deception, lol. Critical thought. I mean, damn, this country could really use a subject like that in schools. How to correctly punch a crocodile without terrible consequences. That sounds fun, turning people into puppets. The world will end tomorrow. What will you do today? Nobody ends the world but me. I'll end the world today. They always tell you the world is ending. I'll profit on other people's hysteria. I'll finish my novel. Whoever comes after the end should know my legacy. 100 push-ups. No, 200 push-ups. I'll always party as if there is no tomorrow, so who cares? It's okay. We invented the apocalypse to take care of the overpopulation of commoners. What would I do when the world ends? I would probably finish a novel. Everyone needs to know my legacy. My boring legacy. And that's my love interest, Vampire Boy. Forgot his name.
Let's go.
So, according to this little stat up in the left right corner, is what I have. And then from there I can choose, depending on the person that you want to go after, your stats need to be a certain amount, or how high, and then the places that you go will allow for you to up your stats. But for now, I'm gonna go for a more balance and just see where that takes me. So I want some boldness. I think the bathroom was boldness. That day, you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn. By skipping class and hanging out in the bathrooms, you get +0 shits, but you gain +2 boldness. You look up to find Liam and Scott waving their phones in each other's faces. What about this one? Nah, I definitely swept left on that one, bro. But this is my best picture. But it's not even a picture of you. It's just a photo of a stop sign wearing a top hat. It's artistic? I don't know. Maybe if it was a picture of a fire hydrant. Well, it's not as if your picture is in any way superior. What are you even doing in this one? Smiling? See? Unacceptable. But I like smiling. Are you sure it's wrong? Of course I am. Look, I'll even bring in an impartial third party. You're renowned for your Tinder success. What's your secret? I don't just smile with my face, I also draw a smiley face on my bare chest. I shock and amaze them with my custom Instagram filter, Sepia Mustache Enigma. Mustache, my bad. Sepia Mustache Enigma? I've never heard of. I mean, of course I've heard of it. I'm the only one who's ever heard of it. But I got a new phone and my settings got all messed up. So do you think you could transfer it to me? Liam is clearly impressed by your filter game, but don't expect him to ever mention it again. You get +2 smarts and +1 creativity. Week 1, noon.
Let's go.
Now it's lunchtime. Who do I want to talk to? I guess since I'm leaning towards Liam, I'll talk to Liam. You find Liam artfully arranging his food while Miranda diligently sorts her silverware. Neither of them is eating, obviously. Have you found it yet? I'm trying, Liam, but finding the perfect silverware for your cafeteria food pick is an art, not a science. How hard can it be? It's just silverware. Just silverware? And I suppose the food in your food pick is just food? No, it's a metaphor for urban consumption in a post-modern industrialization mega society. Well, my silverware is a metaphor for silverware? Yes, is that not enough? It's more than enough. But can we hurry it along? The lighting is perfect right now. I don't want to lose it. You're a bit of a silverware aficionado yourself. Maybe you can speed up the selection process while simultaneously demonstrating your knowledge. Try the picture fork. It's a fork for taking pictures of. Nothing conveys elegance and tastes like a gloating spoon. I sure like me a spoon, man. Ah, yes, the gloating spoon, the most distinguished of utensils. What's a gloating spoon? Well, of course you wouldn't know about it. Rude? No, I wasn't being rude. Rudeness is simply the way one must introduce a gloating spoon. Oh, sorry, I didn't know. Well, of course you didn't. You're not as cultured as I am. Such smug superiority. I am no match for this spoon. Miranda produces the gloating spoon with much fanfare. It looks like a regular spoon to you, but then what do you know, you peasant? You convince Miranda to spend some time with you after lunch, lovingly explaining the spoon's finer points, even though spoons don't have points. Week 1, evening.
Let's go.
Let's go. More fun. We'll go outdoors. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rape that goes full crazy. You have no idea how it escalates so much, but at one point there are like 300 people. Someone summons demons from a nightmare dimension. The consequences might distort the fabric of reality itself. But who cares? It's a rad party. You gain +2 fun. You see Liam talking to Miranda. Miranda looks confused, and Liam looks frustrated. Uh-oh. But I simply do not understand this art you're describing. You say that the art piece is a bathroom? No, no, no. For the 100th time, the art piece is the experience of going into a bathroom thinking it's an art piece. The artist purposely gave the room number of the bathroom as the room number for the exhibit. Even though there was a whole room full of his paintings elsewhere in the building, it was revolutionary. It certainly seems complicated. Personally, I prefer the exoplanet sculptures of the Atlantean 5th dynasty. You know, the man in the moon, the face on Mars, all of Pluto, art on such a grand scale. Bah, that's not art, that's populism at its worst. Well, I don't think that bathing business sounds like art. How are we supposed to how are we supposed to discuss art if we can't even agree on what it is? Oh, if only someone would come along and provide a satisfying definition of art, I would be so pleased. You've got this, no problem, it's so simple. Art is a method for making worthless things into very expensive things. Art isn't art unless it makes you feel bad things inside. Art is a method for making worthless things into very expensive
How
things.
majestic.
Oh, how true! Mars was just a bunch of sparsely populated red rock before Giblet Grinston completed his masterpiece. After that, he was able to sell it to the Arcturians for $1 trillion doubloons. God, this game and their words, man. The Martians weren't happy about it, but you know what they say. Sometimes we must suffer for other people's art.
Not bad.
That last bit is the only part of what you're saying that I agree with. So that's what happened to life on Mars. You gain some new knowledge about the solar system and also +2 smarts and +1 charm. Week 2 morning.
Let's go.
I think I'm gonna go for Miranda. So, if I remember correctly, Miranda likes creativity and charm. Creativity is the auditorium over here. I think she cares more for creativity. What was a charm? I think I need more charm. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team's spirit, leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural-born leader. You gain +2 charm. You see Miranda and Vera chatting away, their eyes gleaming the gleam of the scheming. Crowd surfs isn't doing nearly as well as I thought it would. Oh, if it isn't Kari.
Greetings, fellow classmates.
Would you like to be a customer? Once upon a time, surfs were only for the rich and fabulous, like Vera and myself. But now, thanks to our app CrowdSurfs, you too can have your very own crowd-funded surf. The app is being generously funded by my royal family, who wish for everyone to experience the joys of royalty, and get richer off of it. I think our business might be failing because of the surfs are simply not of high enough quality to maintain customer interest. The surfs need to have more enthusiasm for their jobs. We need to recruit from the right locations. Don't be absurd. If there's one thing being royalty has taught me, and there's definitely more than one, it's that you can trick anyone into doing anything as long as you give them the right incentives. But why not start with the easily manipulated in the first place? Kari, what do you think? Rare right. Why not recruit people who want to be bossed around at a leather daddy convention? Miranda has a point. Everyone wants to win. Host an unpaid labor competition where the prize is doing more unpaid labor. Ooh, what a delightful idea. Oh, dude, your eyes. It's true that for those who are not born to fame, gaining it or watching others gain it is a favorite pastime. I'll have my press agent advertise it as the hottest competition since Monstropolis' next top terror. And so, Who Wants to Be an Unpaid Laborer is born. People compete their hardest at various demeaning tasks, and the winner gets to continue to perform them as a serf. There you are, my loyal subjects. It seems everyone is caught up in surf mania. Several new spin-offs have been ordered, including Unpaid Labor with the Stars and the Real Serfs of Monstropolis. Excuse me. Magazine covers are now featuring the 100 hottest surfs. We have a waiting list the size of Miranda's ego. That's the Kraken calling the octopus tentacle, but whatever. Our business is making me even richer and more notable than I was before. And it's all thanks to you. You may be a peasant, Kari, but in my eyes,
Don't
you're a
push me.
slightly less filthy peasant. You never thought you'd hear Miranda say such kind things. She must really like you. Miranda and Vera give you a cut of their success, earning you +2 money and with it +1 charm.
Let's go.
Let's go lunchtime with Miranda. As you approach Scott and Miranda's table, you see that the entire table is covered in exotic silverware. Not again. Oh, what's this one for? That's the forking spoon. It's a spoon for picking up your fork so that you don't have to touch them with your fingers. And that one? That's the tuning forks. It's for making sure all your other silverware is tuned to A minor, as is proper. What about this one? That's the dairy knife. It's for milk. Wow, do people ever invent new silverwares? All the time, but none of them are any good. It would take a genius of true subtlety to improve on the existing canon. A genius of true subtlety? Genius and subtlety are your middle fucking names. You suggest the ultimate new silverware. The salad heart. Hands. Salad heart. A harp? For salad? Why has no one thought of this before? Because it's hard to eat a salad with a harp? Cretin, who said anything about eating? Isn't that what silverware is for? Here's the thought, the true purpose of silverware is to give your hands something to do while you elegantly avoid your food. And nothing is more elegant than playing a subtle lament on a harp while your serfs eat your salad for you. My serfs will finish my lunch for me. I'm off to have a harp commission. Miranda takes you harp shopping with her. It's a real bonding experience. Afterward, you both ignore a salad together at a fancy restaurant. Week 2 evening.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go for some creativity at the auditorium. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, it's as though the muses themselves had descended to give you figurative oral sex. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. You gain +2 creativity. You notice Polly bent over her phone while Miranda tries to peek over her shoulder. Something really interesting must be going on Polly's phone. When you get closer, though, you see that Polly's just on Tinder again, swiping right on everybody. Miranda seems entranced, though, and a little worried. What did you say this was called again? Tinder. And it is an app for finding true love? Sure.
How majestic.
But I never knew. I have spent countless hours going to royal balls and kissing frogs and pretending to be in a magical slumber, when I could simply have been using this app? I mostly use it for collecting dick pics. What are these dick pics? Tokens of affection? Oh, alas, to be so far behind in my quest for love. I am 19 years old, practically an old maid. I am only now learning of this. Oh, how will I ever make it up for lost time? Don't worry, I'll coach you in the mysterious ways of Tinder. You'll have a whole harem in no time. You still don't have Tinder? Why should you worry at having Tinder when you can actually own Tinder? Why don't you just buy the entire company? I feel like she wouldn't like a harem, and she would probably benefit from having the whole company. Yep. Yes, of course. I will simply purchase the app and require all of its most attractive and heroic users to date me. It is exactly how my father met my mother, except with the Indian Ocean instead of Tinder. Polly, I will give you $230 million for Tinder. I mean, okay, but I don't actually own the company? What do you mean? I thought you said you had Tinder. Yeah, on my phone. I have a copy of the app. I don't own any successful internet startups. Oh yes, I had forgotten your report. I'm so sorry. That's cool.
I must depart.
Well, anyway, I'll have to buy Tinder now. Goodbye. Have fun. Now might be a good time to uninstall Tinder from your phone. Meanwhile, you gain +2 creativity and +1 smarts. Week
Let's
3.
go.
The cat's at the gym, so I can't get any more charm. I guess I can get some money, though. That day, you spent some time on the library's PCs, mining some bitcoins. This is supposed to have something to do with solving algorithms and the rise of cryptocurrency. But you guess that nobody actually has any fucking idea how it really works? Anyway, you gain plus 2 bitcoins, which is equal to plus $2 million, which unfortunately is equal to 2 monster dollars, so plus 2 money. You see Miranda, Vera, and Polly gather around a table covered in books. Could they be studying? No way! I hereby call this meeting of the boss-ass bitches to order. I've gathered all prior school yearbooks so we have a clear list of everyone we're better than.
Always the same with you.
Wow, what a great use of your time. Who said that? Oh great, it's the Coven. What are you three doing here? Studying? Because this is a library? At a school? Spies! Villains! Impersonating! Us! What? What? Don't you see, Vera? These three are obviously our evil twins. The middle one is mean and bossy like you. What are you talking about, Polly? You go to class with you. You would know if you three didn't spend all your time doing stupid and mostly illegal stuff. I won't fall for your tricks, evil Vera. Are you implying the original Vera isn't kind of evil herself? And look, Vera, the only one on the right has glasses just like Polly. I need these to see. And see? She has dark skin. She's clearly dark Polly. Well, Polly, just no. Oh my goodness, bitches is only one letter away from witches. Good lord, say, would you three mind studying somewhere else? You're upsetting my minions. Never! Good grades are the backbone of a bright future. We know all this knowledge to save the world from the big bad. Oh boy, if you don't figure out a way to get the Coven out of here, you might have to break a brawl. Any ideas? Whip out your rooster. Witches hate roosters. Chop up all the study tables with a big axe. Oh. Thinking so fast, you grab the designated library axe and get to work. Fun fact, all rooms at Spooky High School must contain at least one axe due to lobbying by the axe murderers of America. Yes, good thinking. If you destroy their table, they'll have nowhere to study. Why is she turning to face us now? What is the significance of that maniacal grin? Oh shit, I know what's going on here. This is exactly how I died. Which means it's totally irrelevant to me now, because axes can't hurt ghosts, but you guys should definitely run. You'll be hearing from my lawyers! I'm fairly certain this is treason. Less fun fact, all axes provided by the axe murderers of America are haunted with murder ghosts. The coven from a magic circle and exorcise the vengeful spirit from your body. Great, now you owe these dweebs a favor. You lose -2 fun and -1 boldness. Whoops.
Let's go.
You can still salvage this, there's so much time. We're only halfway through. The table you choose is quite crowded. Liam sits across from Miranda, who is flanked by 2 well-dressed servants. One of the servants cut a slice of Salisbury steak and feeds it to the other. Seriously, Miranda? You have servants to chew your food for you? What? Of course not! That would be barbaric. The servant happily swallows the Salisbury steak. I have the servants to eat for me. They're called eating serfs. Don't you have any? First of all, no, I don't eat food. Second of all, that totally defeats the purpose of eating. Aren't you worried about starving? Why would I be? My serfs get all the calories I need to stay fit and healthy. Ugh, I have no objective reason to care about this, but suddenly it's all I care about. Someone convince Miranda to stop this madness. Maybe you should start this madness, Liam. Imagine all the food you can Instagram without having to eat any of it. But Miranda, look at the content smile of that servant's face. You think he's eating for you, but secretly he's eating for himself. You might have a point there. Excuse me. For too long, I have needlessly ordered off the cafeteria menu, leaving my food untouched even as I take the most artistic grams. I've justified the wastefulness by the intense artistic merits of my photographs, but I need compromise no longer. Finally, I can have my cake and pay someone else to eat it too. Still, Miranda, this makes way less sense for someone who actually needs to eat to survive. Oh, you're just jealous of how cute my stairs are. Eat up, little guys, I'm not full yet. Seriously, how does Miranda keep from starving to death? Do they put an IV in her while she sleeps? Whatever, she's happy.
Let's go.
Let's get some more charm. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Many people fall during the battle. You can't take any more, so you valiantly go straight up to the other team's leader and start negotiations for a truce. After hours of intense diplomacy, you commit to an agreement. What an unexpected twist! You gain plus 10 righteousness, but this game is so wrong in so many ways that you would be lucky if you could do anything with that. And plus 2 charm. Miranda, oblivious to everything that's happened, approaches you, weeping. Have you seen the news? The most dreadful thing has happened. Lemurian monarchy has been overthrown. King Kraken has no longer sits upon the throne of golden baby skulls. Those filthy revolutionaries are saying he stole their daughters and ate their sons and forced everyone to work for free in the uranium mine. So he made a few shrewd financial decisions. There's no reason to dispose him. If some innocent kidnapping and slave labor was enough to get the peasants in an uproar, I shudder to think of my own kingdom. Do you think my people might resent being forced to hold up the corner of the palace where the foundation is crumbling? Do you think the 100% income tax and the random cannonballs we fire into the villages might be taken as something other than expressions of goodwill? Could this plague of civil unrest infect my own domain? Oh, perish the thought! I am inconsolable. Console me. How might I safeguard my kingdom against the fate of good Kraken? Duh, replace all your subjects with mindless robots. I'll build a robot army a few months ago. I still have plans. Give all your subjects belly rubs. Fishes love belly rubs. I feel like she wouldn't want to touch her subjects. This is fantastic! An army of good little robots to replace those pesky serfs. I bet they won't complain when we don't feed them for 2 weeks because we are having a party. And we'll finally be free to grind all of our subjects up into paste and sell them as dolphin-safe tuna like we've always wanted. Thank you! You have truly done a good deed today. You have serious doubts as to the actual goodness of your deed, but hey, that's why you drink. You gain plus 2 creativity and plus 1 money from tuna sales. I would be scared to be dating Miranda. Should I get some fun? Yeah, let's go for some fun again. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. At one point, Juan, the small magical Latino cat, slips on a banana peel. You start to laugh at him. He asks you to stop, but you don't. You laugh so hard at him that you somehow steal plus 2 fun from him. Hooray! Woe was me! Can Miranda possibly be doing this because she wants attention? Only one way to find out. Oh, hello! I didn't see you there as I was standing here suffering gallantly in silence. She did, and she wasn't. But okay. I had the most tragic injustice befall me earlier this morning. I was rejected from our school's water polo team. They claimed I was mistaken about how polo is conducted underwater. Excuse me, but I was raised underwater. How is one even supposed to play water polo without a heavily armored seahorse as a mount? How, I ask you? Perhaps I offended them when I implied they were too impoverished to afford steeds. If so, why? I would love to make reparations. But it may be too soon for me to show my face. Would you be so kind as to take them the gift of this almost to begin the healing? I'm told that peasants consider eggs to be a delicacy. Obviously, and what will make the gesture even better is the personal touch of toppings, caviar, eel, chocolate-covered sand crabs. I'll never forget this was a present from a mer princess. An elegant stencil card with your sincerest apology, a list of all their fears, and a bundle of promising photographs. I don't think she would appreciate me feeding her subjects so long. Yeah. Oh yes, how better to show that I am truly making an effort to get to know them on the most personal of levels? I shall do their names in beautiful calligraphy, print their fears in gold leaf, then I shall adorn their promising nudes with adorable glitter stickers. Wait, well, where'd you get their nudes, Miranda? I may have been misunderstood before, but how can anyone misinterpret this kind of gesture? Take the omelet and make sure to take lots of pictures of them eating with the eggs, we can all remember how generous I was. With a kiss on the cheek, Miranda hands you the omelet and waves you on your way. You gain +2 smarts and +1 charm.
Let's go.
What's up, Miranda? You arrive at your chosen table to find Miranda folding napkins at Vero. Do you want to know what this one is for, Vero? No. I'll take that as a yes. The rose-shaped napkin fold is for birthdays between the ages of 16 and 22. Miranda's hands move fast as lightning, turning the rose into a gorgeous white swan. By contrast, this swan folding is for first weddings, third weddings, and swan giveaways. As a fashion enthusiast, I have never been so bored by a piece of fabric. Oh, and this black swan folding is for weddings where you plan to brutally murder all the guests. Not very popular, the black swan folding. Okay, that's sorta cool, but I'm still aggressively uninterested. You happen to have some napkin folding skills yourself, maybe you can spice up this interaction. You decide to show off your most impressive napkin fold. If you fold the napkin like so, it creates a self-aware napkin whose sole purpose is to fold more napkins. This writhing snake fold is for when it's time to leave Vera alone and stop explaining napkin folds. Nope, Miranda loves napkins. Oh, that's adorable! Look at it folding. Look at it folding everybody's napkin. It's like a tiny, adorable sir. It looks like it's folding the other napkins into more self-folding napkins. I know, it's so efficient. Go, little napkin, sir. Be free. Aren't you worried this will turn into a self-replicating napkin scenario, progressing some geometrically until the world is nothing but napkins? Why? That sounds lovely. God, you're impossible. You seem to have mispronounced impeccable? Whatever, I'm leaving before the napkin folk take over the world. Vera leaves you alone for a romantic lunch with Miranda. You can't hang out too long, though. You've got to stop those napkins before they take over the world.
Let's go.
Creativity. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, you aren't especially good nor inspired. For once, it seems you aren't getting the classic creativity boost from the auditorium. But afterwards, while talking to your classmates, you're having trouble conveying your point in a discussion, so you decide to convey it through music. You start singing, and suddenly everyone else joins you in a kick-ass musical number. It's so amazing that people with whom you were arguing totally get your point and change their mind once the song is over. You gain +2 creativity. Rehearsal ends for the day, but you notice Scott and Miranda still sitting near the stage watching something. It looks like two farmers handing a bunch of apples back and forth.
Greetings, fellow
Oh, hello.
classmates.
You're just in time for a study session. To aid our comprehension of arithmetic, I have hired these actors to reenact the fiendishly difficult world problems in our textbook. You see, Farmer Jim has 9 apples, and he gives 6 to Farmer Greg. How many apples does Farmer Jim have left? They're like riddles. I don't know if we'd ever understand one without these actors. Usually it works on the first try, but we've been doing this for over an hour now and we still don't understand. Is there something wrong with our study method? No, of course not, for Daddy has assured me that I am never wrong. We need only change some small detail. What if instead of apples, they were oranges? What if instead of farmers, they were trains? What? Trains? My guess is trains is probably go to Scott, so let's go with oranges. What? Oranges? Oranges? Preposterous! Oranges are nothing like apples. I don't even know the conversion rate between apples and oranges. How are we supposed to figure that out? I don't even own a fruit calculator. Ah, I'm so confused. Now see what you've done. He's not fit for math at all in this state. You're about to point out that Scott was never fit for math at all, but you've already been mean enough. You lose -2 charms and -1 creativity. Oh, fuck. Well, it's week 5. We can fix this. We still got time. We got 2 more weeks.
Let's
So
go.
that's 6 more rounds. Let's get that charm back. We're at the gym, so that day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Amidst the battle, you spot a fellow player that seems utterly discouraged. She thinks she's not worth anything at dodgeball and she attempts to throw a ball at herself. You explain to her the many ways you think she's unique and wonderful, while also defending the many pleasures in life. With your help, she's capable of finding reasons to keep playing and gains a sense of self-worth. You gain +1 BFF. Sadly, she's not a part of this game, so that beautiful friendship will take place off-screen, and +2 charm. Oh, whoa, it's me! Alas and alack a day! Miranda throwing a hissy fit? Must be Tuesday. Still, what else were you going to do? Study? Ha! Oh, hello, don't mind me. I'm simply enduring the most horrible injustice to happen to anyone ever. And you shan't believe such cruelty could happen at our own school, but just today, Mrs. the Loch Ness Monster told me that I shall be receiving a B+ in her class. A B+, and all because I seldom attended. Does she not understand the importance of my daily royal manicures? Such a horrid grade will surely cause father to cease paying for my seahorse insurances as punishment, and then how shall the tutors call upon me? Oh, the tragedy! If only someone knew who I could, I don't know, perhaps break into Principal Giant Spider's office, access his private computer, and alter my grade. Stick a web flies outside a principal's office. When he goes out to eat, we sneak in to cheat. Burst into tears. Spiders hate tears. He wants us to sneak in, right? Okay. I don't think I'm gonna get this. I don't think I'm gonna win Miranda's heart. My ladies in waiting are expert lace makers. I'm sure they shall have no problem dropping everything in order to obtain a variety of bugs. Indeed they don't, or are too terrified to object, and they create a sticky gooey web, a very sticky gooey web. Innocent students simply trying to get to class because some students at school actually carry cotton's powerful grip. Werewolves lose clumps of hair as they try to wriggle free, mummies unravel their bandages, ghosts give no fucks. Everyone else is just sorta shreds their clothing and streaks down the holes in hair. Ack, my poor eyes! Gazing upon all this naked flesh and not one of them having bothered me so much as carry it first. Miranda dashes off to find friendlier sights, and you dash off to detention courtesy of Principal Giant Spider. You'll lose -2 boldness and -1 smarts.
Let's go.
Whoops. Let's meet up with Miranda and Polly. Polly and Miranda sit together, surrounded by Miranda's customary crowd of serfs.
Whoa.
So wait, you've actually got serfs who eat for you?
Disgrace.
Well, of course, I find eating to be terribly undignified, and so I almost never do it. Hey, me neither. What other kind of crazy serfs have you got? Well, I have a serf to go to the bathroom for me, a serf to experience difficult emotions for me, and a serf for keeping my silverware in alphabetical order. I even have a surfing serf for standing on top of whenever I go surfing. Wow, that's a lot of serfs. It's a fair amount. The only limit is my imagination. Unfortunately, my imagination serf imagined a way to escape from serfdom, so now I'm all out of ideas. Well, I'm sure with the help of Kari, you could probably think of a dope new kind of serf. Oh, is that so? I can't wait! Well, you're on the spot now. What will it be? Ooh, Miranda, you should get a puppy serf. It's not actually a serf, it's just a, like 50 cute dogs. You should get a party serf, Polly. A serf to experience your hangovers for you. Oh, this is for Miranda. Serf? That's actually just a room full of cute puppies? Why didn't my imagination serf come up with such a marvelous idea? I swear, if he hadn't escaped, I'd have him hanged by my execution serf immediately. As a matter of fact, would you like to be my new imagination serf? The pay is non-existent, but you make up for it in constant fear of death. You politely decline Miranda's offer, but agree to go to the animal shelter and pick out a puppy serf instead. Huzzah! Gosh, Miranda, please don't kill me.
Let's go.
I think I need to get my boldness back up. Well, let's go do that at the bathroom. That day, you skip class and honey and spend the term in the bathrooms. But you encounter 3 wild hyenas on the way there. Who the fuck runs security here? Anyway, you subdue them with the help of a hair comb. God bless the monster scouts and all the idiotic scenarios they prepared you for. By the time you get to the bathrooms, you totally gain +2 boldness. There's a great commotion in the bathroom, as there usually is in the school's hangout. You see Miranda, Liam, and Scott all crowded around the mirror. Oh, ooh, right there, right there. You see that spot right there? Don't poke me, Scott. And no, I don't see. That's the whole point. Vampire? Remember? No reflection? How horrid it must be not to gaze upon your reflection for hours and hours each day. I have servants whose job is to hold up mirrors for me, and then a second set of servants who hold up their arms so they don't get tired. Oh, good point. Liam, maybe you need the servants. I could be your servant for the day. I could hold your mirror real good. It doesn't matter who would be holding the mirror. I don't have a reflection. All I want to do is see the spot where I'm considering putting a double helix triple gauge real fox chimera scale cheek piercing. You what? Needs to be at least half a centimeter left and 3 centimeters down from where anyone else would pierce their cheeks. You don't need a mirror for that. I can just pierce it for you right now. You trust me, right? Right? Anyway, there must be some way to inspect the potential spot, even sans reflection. Surgically remove Liam's face so he can see it for himself. Use found materials to create a perfect replica of Liam. Yeah, well, I do love avant-garde art. And I just love arts and crafts in general. Daddy still has my peasant skull mosaic from 3rd grade on his fridge. Oh, I didn't read those options, sorry. Let's do it! Go team art! Scott rips a metal bar off of the wall and begins to bend into a vaguely humanoid form. Yeah, we're building a model of Liam so he can see his own face. Miranda inserts an absurd amount of gold into the tampon machine and uses her supply to get to work replicating Liam's outfit. Before too long, you have all recreated a remarkable likeness out of toilet paper, pads, paper towels, metal, and soap. It's a very good looking figure, I must admit. So the piercing would be right about here, or here, or here, or no piercing. That's not to mess with perfection. But it is good to see my own form nonetheless, and you all, well, you made yourselves pretty useful. Love you too, buddy. Love you too, little buddy. Aw, friends, you gain +2 charm and +1 creativity, and could possibly open a sculptural business for Miranda and Scott. One more week, my dudes. We're gonna get Miranda. We're gonna steal Miranda's heart. I don't think we really need boldness. From what I remember, the Miranda really likes charm. Miranda needs her Prince Charming, or Princess Charming, you know what I mean? That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. The match is so intense and both teams are so into it that you decide to raise the stakes by betting part of your charm against part of the other team's leader's charm. That commitment amazes your whole team and their spirit is fueled by determination. Finally, you win and take +2 charm from the other team's leader. She's now a bit less fabulous. You catch Miranda monologuing about her problems to no one. She often does this. It's like she's accustomed to having a royal scribe following her everywhere she goes. Oh, whatever shall I do about my army? We haven't had a proper war in months, and the soldiers are becoming ever so anxious. I've tried sending the servants to give them tummy rubs and even putting extra leaves and sticks in their cages, but they just kill the servants with sticks. I never thought managing an entire branch of the military would be so challenging. How can I possibly keep my soldiers entertained? Divide them in half and make them fight a practice war. 1,000 piñatas. Practice war? Yeah. Ah, yes, a healthy live fire scrimmage. I should have no trouble organizing such a thing. My lieutenant informed me that the soldiers bloody hate each other. And as an extra bonus, anyone who dies during the practice war will be guaranteed not to die in the real war. That ought to reduce war casualties significantly. As it is, as Father always says, any problem can be solved by dividing people into groups and making them kill each other. I never understood it until now, but these are such wise words. Miranda skips off to organize her little bloodbath. Gain +2 boldness and +1 smarts.
Let's go.
Last lunch with Miranda. Vera's about to lift a glass of scotch to her immaculately painted lips. You can drink whatever at the school, apparently, when Miranda screams, "Stop! Don't drink that!" Why not? The scotch costs more than most cars. Has your taster tried it yet? What taster? You don't have a taster? What if your drink is poisoned by someone jealous of your good looks and royal title? Listen, Miri, I only drink 4 things: scotch, red wine, and the tears of my enemies, and straight up poison. You drink poison on purpose? Miranda, my hair is venomous snakes. You think poison actually harms me? Well, you should still have a taster. What if someone puts really spicy hot sauce in your drink? Or poison? Ugh, what do I have to do to get you to drop this? Simple, hire a taster. Fine. Any volunteers? This might just be the big break you've been looking for. You raise your hand, and when Vera picks you, you drink all her scotch, enraging Vera and delighting Miranda. Pretend to be poison, terrifying Miranda and amusing Vera. Oh no, Vera, don't kill me. What are you doing? That bottle costs as much as the first Apollo mission. How do you feel, Royal Taster? Are you poisoned? Well, you're not poisoned, but you're pretty fucking wasted. You give all the Mirandas you can see 2 big thumbs up. Job well done. Now Vera is sure not to be poisoned. Well, yeah, because there's no scotch left to be poisoned by. Don't listen to her. You did well. Come with me. I have some other beverages you must simply verify for safety. You spend the rest of the night getting wasted on expensive liquors in Miranda's place. Courtship never tasted so good. The final round before prom.
Let's go.
Creativity. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, you are struck by the lightning of inspiration. You come up with the ultimate nickname for yourself. You tell everyone to call you by it, also known as one of the 7 most douchebaggish moves in the world. But the nickname is so awesome, inventive, and appropriate that people decide to go with it. Quite the feat! You gain +2 creativity. We, the devs, dare you to actually come up with a nickname for yourself and ask the other players to call you by that name until the end of this round. Well, I'm playing by myself, but thank you, Dubs. You see Miranda hovering in the hallways, whistling to herself and checking out her reflection in her own scales. Why, hello there, Kari. How funny and random to see you here entirely by coincidence near your locker. Seeing as how we've been getting along so well lately, I have decided to afford you the honor and privilege of taking me to the seahorse races. You can pick me up after school today and bring me an assortment of flowers and chocolates as a gift. You're welcome. Oh man, a chance to buy shit from Miranda and take her on an outing you have no interest in? Sounds amazing! Let's rock! You go to the horse races and look for Miranda, wearing a beautiful and intricate horse race hat. Fortunately, a sudden gust blows the hat away. You could swear they could hear the wind whispering, "Not enough budget!" But it surely must have been your imagination. No! My hat! Hey, Kari, I'm here! Hi, look at this! Daddy always gives me money when I go to the seahorse races. It isn't much, of course. It's only 3 million money, but it should still make things more fun to bet. Of course, nothing would start this lovely date faster than picking a losing horse, so I'll put this daunting choice entirely on you. How should we choose the winning seahorse so that this day goes down in memory as a pleasurable experience rather than a sign that we should never speak again? Yikes, no pressure then, but no worries, you know the perfect method for choosing winning race seahorses. Only way to tell a winning seahorse is by taste. Why watch people race yours when you could be riding me? No, literally. Though, get me set and let's enter the race. I have a bad feeling about this, but I want to pick it. Let's enter the race. Yeah, I thought so. Ride you? Why, this is an option I've never even contemplated. I've never heard of one person riding another before. Aw, Miranda, bless. If there's one thing I've learned from years of helping daddies suppress peasants' uprising, it's that if you want something right, have your servants do it themselves. But since they're not here, I suppose that makes you my servant. Let's do it. Let's win the race ourselves. Two of you sneak down into the stable and quickly forge the necessary paperwork to enter the race. At the sound of a murder gunshot, you and your fellow seekers are off and running. Run as fast as someone who's hoping to earn a prom date with a beautiful mermaid princess, but who has only ever participated in one form of physical activity: dodgeball. For some reason, your school only ever offers dodgeball and physical education, and this prepares you neither to carry weight for an excessive amount of time and nor for long-distance running. It doesn't take long for you to collapse in the middle of the racetrack, causing Miranda to burst into tears and you to be trampled by many, many seahorses. You finally pull yourself to your feet. You are all of you in pain, when you see Miranda fuming before you. I can't believe you would betray me in this fashion. How dare you make me seem a loser in front of my devoted subjects, all of whom adore me, or else Daddy would kill them. I wish never again to ride you. With that, she storms off in a huff. This does not bode well for the future of your relationship. You lose -2 charms, and not to mention -1 money from the bet you placed on your own dumb self. Ah, no. I don't think I'm gonna get her. Ask Miranda to the prom? Yes. Please don't reject me, Miranda. You're an absolute bitch, but please go out with me. You finally pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to the monster prom with you. What? I'm sorry to tell you this, my friend, but I think your princess is in another castle. God damn it, I knew it. Damn, you're bad at interacting with people. To repent for the sin of making such bad choices, you were forced to walk around the school in the nude, accompanied by a nun who chanted shame over and over while ringing a big bell. Classic. Well, whoops. Sorry, most likely to be Rasgard, the space goddess of illusion in disguise, Miranda. Most oblivious. Yeah, sounds about right. Those 6 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. After the monster prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning about who we were and who we could be. And you know what? Like it always does, life happened, and it was wonderful. Scott and Miranda kept doing delicate, beautiful sculptures. On one hot summer night, they ended up having the weirdest threesome ever. Whoa. It was a life-changing experience for all of them, but they don't talk much about it. Holly graduated from doing lots of ayahuasca, and now she appears to be hallucinating people and acts as their spirit animal. Rara built the Oberlin Empire into endless greatness. They own a shameless number of companies. It's known that they're also into lots of sketchy business. No one does anything about it. I mean, who the hell would try and stop Vera Oberlin? For those 6 weeks, the monster prom seemed larger than life, and then it was gone, just like that. The battle of the monster prom might have ended then, but there were plenty of battles left in that war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. And credits roll. Very wholesome game. I wouldn't say wholesome. A lot of, you know. But you know what? This game's pretty cool. Unfortunate that I didn't win Miranda's heart. I think I fucked it up too many times. But either way, if you like watching this Monster Prom series, then I guess I'll keep doing it. If you're interested, comment down below, give it a like. Let me know what you think about Monster Prom. There's apparently over 500 different dialogues. And it was like, from what you saw, was like 50 outcomes that I have already. So there's a lot to this game, and it'll be a lot of different content. Of course, you'll probably get cycled through some of the same dialogue, but overall, there's a lot of stuff to go through this game. I think I can make quite a few videos playing Monster Prom. So again, let me know in the comments, and hit the like button if you like Monster Prom. Subscribe if you want to see more gaming videos. And that's it. See ya, guys. Thanks for watching.